This is basically the budget soundbar you can get, and I think you're gonna really enjoy it. I've been using it for the past month and a half, and I actually let my father basically say what he thinks about it, and he really enjoyed this soundbar. He's a bigger audiophile than me. I've been testing out a lot of soundbars recently, and I'm gonna tell you my experiences with this one over the past month and a half. So if you're for the first time on this channel, you might want to consider subscribing by clicking on that red button down below. I've been basically reviewing gadgets for the past 3 years now. And if you subscribe, you're gonna be able to hear about new gadgets just like this one and my experiences and adventures with them. So let's talk about the BW-SDB2 model. And I know I've read it from the back part of the soundbar. Basically, this is an interesting model and it has a lot of advantages. First of all, the quality of the material here is a metallic finish, as you can see, silver color, with a wooden part over here in the back. And I think actually that wood goes all the way inside. So this is what gives basically the soundbar the high fidelity sound that you're gonna get from it. The price is really cheap. And I'm also going to talk about another advantage that this soundbar has in a moment, but you might want to check the pricing all the time in my videos in the description below if you want to get this specific product. So I've been using it for the past month and a half, and I think the biggest advantage this soundbar has, other than its price, is this. This is the remote control that you get with the soundbar, and unlike the Xiaomi Soundbar, for example, you can basically turn on and off the soundbar itself and use it as a sound system without actually walking to the soundbar and pressing on a button to turn it on. This is because basically on the Xiaomi soundbar and other cheap soundbars, you don't get this remote control. One thing you also get here is the sound templates. So for example, I can actually increase the bass just by moving to music mode, or actually change it to news mode, which has more treble. And also we have seen that we can change the different modes of listening. So for example, the different inputs. So if we are listening via Bluetooth, for example, with our phone, this is a Bluetooth soundbar after all. We can just click on the Bluetooth button and also change to optical if you want to switch back to the TV. If you're using Bluetooth mode, when you turn on the soundbar, it will basically remember the last settings and turn to that setting, which is amazing because you don't have to change the volume all the time if you're like me with dynamic volume and turning on and off the soundbar all the time like I'm usually doing. Other than that, we are seeing that we also have physical buttons, which are actually touch buttons over here. We have the turn on and off, the volume buttons, and the change inputs. And here in the back, we can see that we have all the connections we really want in a soundbar, including a USB option. That means that if you actually have a USB stick with music files on it, you can actually use this USB option. You also have obviously the optical and the coax and the auxiliary in. And one other plug that you have here is the plug that enables you to connect an additional subwoofer. And this is something that's really interesting because, like I mentioned, you do get 60 watts out of this product. But if you really want more bass, you can, after you purchase this one, actually purchase another subwoofer. This subwoofer is also from BlitzWolf. It's basically connecting also to this specific soundbar, and you'll be able to get a lot more bass when using this product. So I actually didn't test out the subwoofer yet, but I am very happy with what I got from this soundbar alone, because we have two units that basically have the bus systems over here, and they are doing a really good job. They are pointed to the top. We are also seeing that we have tweeters here on the sides. We also have mid-range speakers here, and everything you really want. Low amplitude radiators here on the middle, and everything really makes out, in the end, a very balanced sound system from at least my experience. So now I'm gonna just let you hear the soundbar. This is not a real representation of the sound quality, obviously, because you're using YouTube to watch this video, but at least you can see how it works when I actually play out music with it. So I hope you enjoyed this nice sample. It's not a really representation of the soundbar, and I really enjoyed this unit. I think it's basically the best soundbar I've tested out, and I'm really happy with it. This is definitely replacing my Xiaomi Soundbar, which is the one I'm currently using here in the living room. So I'm very excited I got this to test out. And like always, I'm putting links in the description of this video below for you to check out also the pricing and the product itself. Also the subwoofer system that you can connect to this soundbar. And like always, I'm putting 2 videos over here that I recommend for you to watch. And obviously consider subscribing by clicking on this button if you haven't subscribed already, or nothing. Forget about it. I made a mistake. I was Otto, and I'm going to see you on the next video. Bye bye.